All right, so today I want to show you how to use the AI agent mode when it comes down to doing things like industry research or you want to better understand your client. And you can also use it at times when it comes down to understanding any changes in laws. So here's the situation that came up for us is back when we were trying to get a better understanding of our clients, and we work with a lot of law firms. We were saying we could go out, we could read all these articles about law firms, and to be honest with you, there was just too many for us to read in any given week. And so we were trying to figure out what is a good way that we can read these articles, summarize them, and come up with some better content ideas. And we stumbled across what I call agent mode, and here's how it works. So I'm going to share my screen and walk you through the steps that we did. The first thing we did is we went into ChatGPT, and we have a paid version of ChatGPT. So we're on ChatGPT 5. We went in and we asked the question. We said, create an AI agent prompt that will read relevant articles about what law firm owners who are between 2 to 25 employees would be interested in, and then summarize these articles and give us some ideas around content that would be relevant for this audience of law firm owners. And then what we did is we clicked it. Now, the reason why we did it this step first is because the AI agent mode prompt has to be structured a little bit differently. So in order for us trying to figure out how to structure it ourselves is we would just use ChatGPT to help us create the type of prompt that we need. And as you can see, it structured it. It gave it a title. It gave it specific details within the prompt. It gave it also detailed instructions on how to structure the results. And the reason why this is important because using the agent mode in any type of AI platform is almost like using a entry-level intern. So think about your business. If you had an entry-level intern, you would have to give them some context and some instructions around how to do what you're asking them to do. And so that's exactly what this prompt does. It gives them very clear structure and instructions. So the next step we do is we go in here and we copy all this. And then what I like to do is actually you could just turn on the agent mode. And then what you want to do is you want to paste that prompt in there and then click enter. So all of this stuff, this detailed description that you just gave it, now it's going to take that and it's going to actually start working. So what you'll first see is it'll start thinking, and then it's going to set up a virtual desktop, because what this virtual desktop is the AI actually going and doing exactly what we asked it to do. We asked it to go out onto the web and find all of these articles that are relevant to the audience that we're trying to reach. And what it's going to do is it's going to go out there and it's going to read all of these articles and find information that is relevant. Now I want to show you what it looks like when we got the result, because what I did is I ran this beforehand so that I could have a finished product, because it takes about 13 minutes to run. So for the sake of time, I'm going to show you what came out when I did this earlier. So when I did this earlier, it went out on the web and it searched all of these articles, and it probably read over, I would say, about 15 different articles. If we did this manually, this would probably be an all-day process. But using the AI agent mode, it was able to read all the articles, and it was able to go through and give me summaries on, hey, here's some of the topics that consistently popped up. You have cash flow management, KPIs, and data-driven management. You also have AI technology, and it listed all of these different topics. And what it did is it gave me bullet points on here are some of the things that it talked about in many of those articles. It gave us some stats, like, for example, the work-life balance and burnout. Like 42% of lawyers feel burnt out and 49% struggle to disconnect. Like, these are very, very interesting and useful things to know about what lawyers are actually paying attention to. And the reason why I say lawyers is because that's the audience for our firm because those are our ideal clients. Now, if you have a different audience that you can focus on, that's great. The other thing that it pointed out was the content creation ideas. What it did is it took our firm, it looked at our website and it said, hey, based on the type of things that we do for our clients, here are some really good content ideas that we can create based on the research that it did in reading all these articles. So when it comes down to cash flow, it gave us ideas of an email newsletter that we can create. It gave us blog post ideas. It gave us LinkedIn post ideas. It gave us YouTube video ideas. And it also provided a description and it ranked it between how relevant it was, whether this would be highly relevant, this is medium, or whether it's low. And it went through each of the different types of topics that it summarized in all of the articles. And here's the other thing. If you're concerned about like, well, where did it get all this information from? What did it read? Well, you can see here on the last page is it also cited its sources. So it told us that it read the 2025 Legal Industry Trends Report. These are all the different articles that it went through and it read them in detail to provide us with this type of summary. Now, the reason why this becomes so important for you and your firm and in your business is when you want to understand a topic better. Before, you used to have to go research it yourself. Well, now what you can do is you can use the AI agent mode to actually shortcut the research process, because you can get the AI agent mode to go through and sift through many articles already for you, give you a summary. And then if there's something you want to go a bit deeper in, then you can focus your attention on the things you want to look at deeper. So here are a couple of other ideas that you can use when it comes down to the agent mode for research. Whether you want to understand new laws and regulations that impact your business, or whether you want to understand new laws and regulations that impact your clients, you can have the AI agent go out and research any new laws in XYZ state or city or jurisdiction and tell me how it could impact this type of business or this type of client. And it will give you a good starting point summary. And you can also use it when it comes down to understanding your audience more. Is like we did. We went out, had it read articles and research what is relevant to the audience that we want to speak to. And you can use it for things like coming up with ideas about how to better engage with your employees. You can have it go out and read a lot of AR or HR posts or a lot of HR magazines and give me 10 really good ideas to help create a better culture within my company. And then you can describe what type of company you have, whether you're fully remote, whether you're in office, or whether you're 50-50, partially remote, partially in office, and ask it to summarize what you find in all of these HR articles, and then give me some ideas of what we can do to drive better engagement within our team. There's so many different options that you can use this for. And what I will say is it will save you time, because for us, it used to take us like an entire day of two people going through these articles, researching, discussing it. Now, the AI agent can actually create a very quick summary in about 13 minutes. So now we can spend our time just really looking through the ideas. And we spend maybe about an hour or an hour and a half talking through what ideas actually are most relevant for us. So we went from two people spending an entire day down to maybe two people spending about an hour and a half looking through the results. So if you're looking for great ways to leverage AI and really take your business from average to good to excellent, this is a great tool that you could be using. Thank you for tuning into another episode of The Golden Age of Business, where we guide you from average to good to excellent so that you can enjoy more success in your business.